Hello friends, welcome back to Technique. In this video, we'll be doing a detailed review of the Vivo X200 FE. So a lot of you have been asking us to do the Vivo X200 FE review. In fact, we have done a lot of videos including the camera review, comparison with other devices, and also the performance testing with other devices. We have done the battery drain test. In case you have not watched any of those videos, do check out our channel to get an idea about all the videos. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on videos whatever we have published on the Vivo X200 FE. So let's come back to the review. So we have been using this device for almost 2 to 3 weeks now, and this is our in-depth review of the Vivo X200 FE. Now this is priced 54,999 and with card offers you can come down to 50,000 rupees, and this is priced for the 12 to 56 gigabyte variant. That's the pricing, and there is also another variant 512 gigabyte variant that's priced around 59,999. So for that pricing, how good is the device? And it also competes with the OnePlus 13s and the Xiaomi 15. Both are priced almost similar. So let's see how good the experience is. What are the pros and cons of the Vivo X200 FE? Let's begin. So first, let's talk about the design and build quality. Now design and build is one of the strong points of this device. It looks very nice actually with the vertical camera layout, and one of the cameras are placed outside the unit, and you also get the LED flash, complete glass finishing, Vivo branding, and the Zeiss branding is also there. It's just 186 grams in weight, extremely lightweight. With 6.31 inches screen size, it's very compact and just 7.99 mm in thickness. So it's a very slim and lightweight device, and the build quality, fit and finish looks very good. Metal frame sandwiched between glass. There is also short sensation up glass on the front protection. So it's a very good device, and apart from that, you also get IP68 and IP69 rating, which makes the deal really great in terms of design and build quality. So excellent design and finishing, and it's a very compact device as well. So that's one of the good things about the device. But one of the downsides is that the USB port is USB 2.0. there's no USB 3.1, so that's one of the shortcomings. So that's where we feel at this price segment it should have been USB 3.2. only the Xiaomi 15 offers that. Even the OnePlus 13s is also USB 2.0. but nevertheless, the design and build quality is very strong, and you get power and volume keys, in-display fingerprint scanner, bottom firing speakers, and then dual stereo speakers as well. So it's a very good design, and build quality is superb. Let's talk about the display. Now this comes with a compact form factor, so the display is also very small, 6.31 inches, extremely slim bezels. It's a very good display actually. It's AMOLED 120 Hz refresh rate and 5000 nits of peak brightness. Now the display quality is superb on this panel. It's one of the brightest display out there. Colors are really nice and wide. The touch response is very good. Short sensation glass protection is also there, and the bezels are also very minimal, so that makes the display experience extremely good, and we don't have anything to complain here. It's a superb display on the Vivo X200 FE. So display colors are nice and wide, touch response is good, and the bezels are also very minimal, making it one of the best displays in this price segment, especially with the 5000 nits of peak brightness available. Next, let's talk about the software experience. Now, FunTouch OS 15, Android 15. So that's one thing which we have been talking about in our previous videos as well. So FunTouch OS 15 has relatively lesser bugs and no issues whatsoever, and it has plenty of features to offer. Whether it's you are doing customization in the form of themes, and you can customize the animations. A lot of things you can customize, and the UI experience is good. But then it may not be the most polished UI out there for a flagship device comparing to the Oxygen OS. It may not be up there at the top level, but it doesn't mean that it is inferior. It's no way inferior. It's good actually, but when comparing with the Oxygen OS, it's not that kind of polished, and it doesn't feel like a premium UI. But having said that, there is absolutely no issues on this UI as such. There's no bugs or hiccups or lags, nothing of that sort on this UI. So that way it is good, but then that polished nature is kind of missing on this UI. And it also offers 4 years of Android updates plus 5 years of security patches, which is very good, and kind of most devices in this price segment offer that, so you don't have to worry about update cycle. So that's the software. Now let's talk about the performance. Now this is powered by the Dimensity 6300 plus chip, and you get up to 12 gigabyte RAM. In fact, there is only one variant, 12 gigabyte RAM. You get 256 and 512 gigabyte storage. It's LPDDR5X RAM, but UFS 3.1. Now we're not really sure why Vivo went with UFS UFS 3.1. Not that it is inferior in terms of performance. At this pricing, we would have expected UFS 4.1 or UFS 4.0, but that is not the case here. But having said that, the performance of this device is quite good. It's a very strong contender, around 18 lakhs of AnTuTu benchmark score. It is nowhere low in terms of performance. But when it comes to the Snapdragon 8 Elite on the OnePlus 13s and the Xiaomi 13 or rather Xiaomi 15, it is kind of lower, almost 7 lakh raw benchmark score lower. But having said that, the Dimensity 9300 Plus is a pretty good chip. Although it's last year's, it's a flagship like experience, very solid in terms of performance, but it does get warm at least when playing heavy graphic rich games. But again, that's not a major concern, not a concern actually. Every device will get hot when you play games. But one thing what we notice is camera usage also, it does get warm at least, and the battery drain during camera testing was kind of considerably higher compared to the OnePlus 13s. So that is one area where Vivo could fix things a bit more, because if you use the camera a lot, the battery drain is considerably higher. Again, no heat issues as such while camera usage, although the temperature does rise, but that is kind of normal. Now, in terms of overall experience, there is absolutely no issues, and gaming performance is also good. There is no overheating or any sort of issues on this device. In fact, we have done a performance testing comparing with the OnePlus 13s and the Xiaomi 15. You can also check out that video to get an idea about how the performance is. So overall, the performance is solid, but UFS 3.1 is one thing, probably a downside on this device. Now, in-display fingerprint scanner, absolutely no issues, and then you also get dual stereo speakers, very good sound quality. Then overall call quality, signal strength also very good. We didn't face any sort of issues with signal. We have tested with Airtel and Jio 5G. Absolutely no issues on that front. And call quality was also very good on this device. So that was the performance aspect. Now let's move on to the cameras. Now that's one of the good things about this device. We have a dual 50 megapixel and an 8 megapixel here. Primary Sony IMX921 sensor. Then you get f 1.8 aperture optical image stabilization. Secondary is again a Sony sensor with 50 megapixel shooter. That's the 3x telephoto. It's a periscope telephoto. Now the periscope telephoto is good, but the focal length is slightly on the higher side, so you can't go close with macro shots with the telephoto. Now apart from that, you also get an 8 megapixel ultra wide, 50 megapixel front camera with f2.0 aperture. Now the camera samples. Now we have done the detailed camera review, found the camera to be extremely capable. Daylight captures great details, great sharpness levels, good dynamic range as well. But there is a slight inconsistency in terms of colors with Vivo Zeiss mode or other Zeiss color mode and the vivid mode. But nevertheless, it isn't a major concern. You can also check out our camera review to get an idea about how the camera performed. Overall, I would say both the primary camera and telephoto camera did a really good job in terms of details, colors and sharpness levels. But ultra wide is kind of very much basic, I would say, because it's an 8 megapixel shooter. The capabilities of 8 megapixel shooter is very limited. So it's if you ask, ultra wide is there, as it is there, it's a performing one. It's not a performing one, it's a kind of an average one. Now portraits are once again good. You can take some really great portraits on this, although you have plenty of options to play around. So it's a versatile camera compared to OnePlus 13s in terms of portrait photography. Now low light experience was also very good on this device. Selfies are one of the strong points of this device. 50 megapixel shooter can take really great selfies, and there is absolutely no compromise in that. Now video quality, that is one area where we feel Vivo was lacking behind even both the Xiaomi 15 and the OnePlus 13s. The video quality, the bitrate was not really impressive, and the stabilization was okay, but the bitrate and the overall video quality was below the OnePlus 13s and the Xiaomi 15. And the selfie video didn't have a stabilization in 4K 60 FPS. That's one of the things we feel it's missing, because it has a very good selfie camera. So 4K 60 FPS should have ideally EIS offered on the front camera. That's one thing which is again missing on this device. So overall, the cameras are top-notch and dependable cameras with the Zeiss tuning. Now coming to the battery life. Now 6500 mAh battery, 90-watt charging, excellent setup, and the battery life is very good. You can get somewhere around 8.5 to 9 hours of screen on time on a regular usage. In fact, we have done the battery drain test. Do check out that video. You'll get an idea about how much battery drain happens. And as I said before, battery drain was considerably higher on the camera usage. And in fact, when we tested tested the OnePlus 13s and this device, even though this device has around 700 milliamp hour battery additional, the screen on time what we got on this and the OnePlus 13s was kind of very much similar. So even with the lower capacity battery, the tuning on the Oxygen OS was slightly better than the Vivo's tuning, or rather the FunTouch OS tuning. But having said that, 9 hours of screen on time with a compact form factor is very good, and that's what we feel we got actually with the Vivo X200 FE. So battery life is definitely good, but it's not extraordinary considering that it has a 6500 milliamp hour battery. So that was my experience with the Vivo X200 FE. Now the pros and cons. Now the pros include excellent build quality, fit and finish, excellent design, and even display experience is also very good. The cameras are really good, performance is good, battery life is also good. Now the downsides, I would say USB 2.0 port, and then you have UFS 3.1 only. There is no UFS 4.0, and the ultra wide cameras are kind of very much average, I would say. Nothing much to write about that. And then apart from that, the battery drain while using camera is one thing which Vivo could fix in future updates. Apart from that, there are some things which Vivo can also fix, like stabilization in the front camera with 4K 60 FPS. That's one thing which we feel should be fixed. Because a lot of people use smartphone cameras for vlogging, and at this price segment, stabilization should have been there. So that was my experience overall at 54,999. It's a very solid package from Vivo. The Vivo X200 FE ticks almost all the right boxes, although there are some minor compromises that won't impact much unless you are really particular about that point which we mentioned in the cons. So that was my experience with the Vivo X200 FE. Very solid device. What do you guys think about the device? Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section. This is Namu signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day.